Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just three growth stocks here. I've talked about growth stocks on the channel here quite a few times. Talk about pretty much everything. MJ, EVs, dividends, you name it, I try to cover it. So always looking for ways to make money in the stock market. But this is three growth stocks that are crushing it this year. And this came out on the 10th. So Vertex I've heard of, the other two I hadn't not heard of yet, but I'm going to be looking into them. But they have Axum stock has seen the biggest surge, more than 65% this year. Vertex Pharmaceuticals growth driven by a lead cystic fibrosis drug. Neurocrine Biosciences has seen a big growth from movement disorder therapy and Greza. So very interesting, but just be cautious with these, as I'll show you here and throughout the video. These are up and down all the time. So but these three biotech companies have bucked the trend of declining share prices in their sector. Biotech sector has had a challenging year so far, is down more than 26%. The iShares ETF is down more than 19%. Contrast with Vertex Pharmaceuticals, VRTX, Axum Therapeutics, AXSM, and Neurocrine Biosciences, NBIX, are all set up 20% or more this year. So the momentum is likely to continue because all three biotech companies have blockbuster drugs and large late-stage pipelines that could pay off for the years to come. So Vertex is treating cystic fibrosis, CF, a rare genetic condition that affects lungs, pancreas, and other organs. I'm sure after the pandemic this one's probably went up, so in regards to the lungs. Company has had a big year financially and in terms of drug development, and the shares are up 32% in 2022. As you can see here by the chart, they're down a little bit, but still at $294.58. $75 billion market cap. Days range at 290.05 to 296.14, and 52-week range of 176.36 to $305.95. So quite a range there. In the second quarter, the company reported revenue of $2.19 billion, up 22% year over year, and earnings per share of $3.13 compared to EPS of 26 cents in the same period last year. The big driver is the CF drug, which brought in $1.89 billion, up 50.7% over the second quarter of 2021. The company's yearly guidance predicts revenue between $8.6 billion and $8.8 billion, up from $7.6 last year, so quite a difference. Company has also been a success in collaboration with CRISPR Therapeutics, which I've talked about once or twice, on development of the XSL gene editing therapy that is seen as a potential cure for transfusion-dependent, or TDT, and severe sickle cell disease, SCD, 2 rare genetic blood disorders, and has progressed to phase 3 for both. Potential blockbuster, Axum Therapeutics stock is up more than 65% this year, so huge. The reason is the biopharmaceutical company, which specializes in therapies to treat central nervous system disorders, has gone from clinical to commercial stage. It also has a potential blockbuster drug that was just approved last month by the FDA, so ticker AXSM. Right now at $62.17, $3 billion market cap, days range of 59.56 to 62.49, and the 52-week range, you can see quite the difference, $20.63 to $71.98. Axum's first commercial product, Sun C, to improve wakefulness in adults with excessive daytime sleepiness, was bought in May from Jazz Pharmaceuticals, which I've talked about Jazz a time or two here on the channel. for $53 million plus royalty payments in a little more than a month. The drug has already brought in $8.8 million in revenue. The company said, however, the big payday is likely to come later this year when the company's major depressive disorder drug, Oxylity, hits the market. So, tons of people are on depressive disorder drugs. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to say if I'm for. I mean, that some people need them, but I don't take any drugs at all. So, but there's tons of those type of drugs out there. So, especially this day and age, everybody's depressed. So, big adventure of Oxylity over antidepressants is its ability to take effect within a week, while the response time in most antidepressants is 6 to 8 weeks or more. FDA approved the drug on August 19th. The potential market just in the United States alone includes 85 million people who had elevated depressive symptoms in 2021. The company has also more late-stage therapies in its pipeline that could soon pay off. Led by treat acute migraines, the company just began enrolling its first patient in phase 3 to look at the safety and effectiveness of the therapy in patients who have an inadequate response to an CGRP inhibitor. So, building a late-stage pipeline. Their shares are up more than 24% this year. The company specializes in what it calls under-addressed neurological, neuroendocrine, and neuropsychiatric disorders. Currently at 106.42, market cap of $10 billion, days range of 103.46 to 106.91. So got about a $3 range in there if you're looking to trade it. I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice here on the channel, just state my opinion. 52-week range of 71.88 to 109.26. Company reported second quarter numbers on August 4th with revenue listed at $378.2 million, up from 32% year over year, and earnings per share of 84 cents compared to 72 cents in the same period last year. Most of the Neurocrine's revenue, $350 million, came from movement disorder therapy and Ingrezza. The drug is approved to treat patients in tardive, a disorder that results in involuntary repetitive body movements. The company raised yearly guidance of Ingrezza revenue to between $1.35 and $1.4 billion. Company's other marketed drug is Parkinson's disease, treated on Ongentys. Neurocrine has several other promising phase 3 trials. Ingrezza is in the phase 3 trials to treat 2 different kinds of movement disorders, chorea, and it occurs in Huntington's disease and dyskinetic cerebral palsy. Is in the phase 3 trials, one for adult and the other one for children, to treat congenital adrenal hyperplasia, a disorder that creates an enzyme deficiency that hinders the production of adrenal hormone needed for development. Company, flush with its Ingrezza profits, is looking to expand its portfolio and has a $56.5 million deal in the works. A British pharmaceutical company that specializes in therapies to treat chronic hormonal diseases to lead candidate in phase 3 trials to treat CAH. Here you can kind of see a chart. The purple is Vertex, the orange is the Spider, blue is Neurocrine, and green is Axum, and the pinkish red is the iShares. So you can kind of see how they've all kind of excelled. But 3 good choices: Neurocrine Biosciences and Vertex Pharmaceuticals are both profitable. It's hard not to be excited about the potential of Vertex because of the possibilities of exocell and growth in cells of the Neurocrine is also using profits from its lead product Ingreza to expand its portfolio. Exum isn't profitable yet, but the potential patent base for Avaletti is so large. If the drug is approved, the stock will likely jump higher. But magic word there, if the drug is approved. So that's the magic sentence. But if you have any of the three of these, NBIX, you can list that in the comments. AXSM and VRTX, you can list that in the comments. But that's three growth stocks that are crushing it this year. And they're all pharmaceuticals, biopharmaceuticals. So like I said, just be careful with those. If you're looking at them, I would set stops, unless you don't care if they go down. But some of these, when they run, but when they drop, they drop. So drop it like it's hot. So again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just state my opinion. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.